So now let's go to wedding bells before we wrap everything up
Okay.
together. Preparing for marriage, there's a lot of factors in. One of which is some people are nowadays have becoming excessively tribalistic. And even when they get into marriage, the family wants to be involved, even in decision making.
Yeah.
And in the bit of doing that, you don't want to step on toes.
Yeah.
So how do you navigate? How do you set boundaries as against family?
Okay. So I think obviously everybody knows their family.
Yeah.
You know how your family does things. For some people, family is not very involved. They're a bit independent. For others, family is involved in everything. You're not that independent. So if that is the case in your family, you have to use wisdom in how you navigate it, right? Yes. The fact that you want to get married doesn't mean you should disrespect your family members. They are doing what they know to do. So if you believe that, it can be done in a different way, or you have a different idea about something, there's a right way to pass that message across so they can receive it. Yes. So I think that we're just in a generation where, everybody just wants to talk. Just want to speak your mind. You just want to talk. No boundaries, no self-control. But we have to learn that this is the family you grew up in. This is what you have known. Yes. So they are coming from a place of this is what they know. Now, you want to do it differently. Wisdom is required. Yes, you don't just move based on your feelings, based on, your emotions. You have to use wisdom. And if you're a Christian person, one of the things you have to do is ask the Holy Spirit for the right words to speak. Yes. That's what I always say. If you ask the Holy Spirit for the right words to speak, you will not be moved by your emotions. No. And that right word, very few words, many times from the Holy Spirit, will enter their hearts. Yes. They will receive it. Yes. And you'll find that, everything will just flow peacefully. But when you come and you want to give them and you want to use all your emotions, yes, you want to start doing all that, they too will show you that, okay. No, but hardly ever do you see, I don't think if there ever is a time where someone wants to get married and they go with an attitude to their parents and the parents say, oh yeah, go ahead, we're for it. No, they want to show you that we are your parents. Yes. And you must give us due honor and respect, which is the right thing to do. So using a lot of wisdom in navigating that. And then if the parents are a bit difficult, maybe they don't get it, get other people that they may be able to listen to. Speak to other people, aunts, uncles, pastors, whatever it is. Let them get involved. But don't let it become a circus, because once it becomes, that's the right word. Circus. Once it becomes a circus, yes, you will now find that the process will even take longer than it needs to take. Yes.
Okay. Still on wedding and marriage. Now, there's a popular saying in the Twitter sector. I'm sorry I'm bringing up my Gen Z.
No problem.
So, some women say, my money is my money, my husband's money is his money. Is my wife's money my money?
Is your wife's money your money?
Yes. Because I remember a story by Bishop David Oyedepo. He said his wife was working, he was in full-time ministry, and then his wife brought the salary to him and tendered it to him, and he took it and went to go. So like people were saying, no, this or that. Is my wife's money my money?
I think the man's money, the woman's money, any money that comes into the house is their money.
Two shall become one. Okay.
The wife's money, husband money, any money that comes into the house is their money. That's how I'm going to answer that question.
But what if the man
I think that every family, every couple should decide how they are going to run the finances of their home. That's one thing I would say. Nobody should be the yardstick where this is how this person did it, so we must do it this way. These are part of the things I think I even talked about in Red Flags and Wedding Bells. Yes. Have a conversation and talk about how you're going to manage all the finances that come into the home. What is our plan with it? We are no longer separate entities. Yes. It said they shall become one flesh. Yes. One flesh. We are going to be building the same house. We're going to be building the same family from the ground up. Yes. So let's talk about how we are going to manage the funds. Whatever we choose to do is our business. But the dynamic of every home is different. Yes, so when one comes in with this mindset that my money is my money, I don't think it's right. But I'm not going to start going back and forth with anyone. I just don't think it's right. That's why I said, when you're coming in, your money, my money, we're putting it together. Yes, it's our money. Now we decide how we are going to run it. If the man says, you know what, I got everything in this house. You just do you. I will pay for everything. I'll handle all the bills. You just, that's your family. But it's not the standard. It's not the yardstick.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't believe that the onus or the responsibility of providing for the home should fall on the woman.
No.
So the man has to play his own part when it comes to the running of the finances in the home. However, I think that there should be an agreement between the couple, and whatever we agree on is what we should stick to. Unfortunately, because many of us are so itchy, our ears are so itchy, we want to hear everything that's happening. Even when a couple decides on how they're going to run their finances, they start hearing this one did this, they start hearing this one. The next thing, they bring it into the house. Yes, they start comparing. But decide what you want to do, what works for you as a family. It's just like, let me just take it back very quickly concerning this arguing thing. I know couples who have made the decision that, you know what, we're going to ensure that we don't allow arguments and fights in our marriages. But they start hearing other people that are arguing, they fight here, and they start saying, oh, if these people are fighting, what's the big deal? Do you understand what I'm saying? I've met people that have been like that. So it is what we decide in our home. I'm not bothered about what anyone else is doing. That's why I can say it with my full chest anyway. I don't fight and argue with my husband. I don't care who says you must fight and argue. And like I said, because I'm speaking from my own experience, I can't say anything different.
That's all.
I can't come and say I've been arguing. Exactly. That's my first one to say. I can't come and say I've been arguing or fight when I've not. Even God will not be pleased with me.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So every couple should speak and decide, how are we going to run our own home? How are we going to do things in our own home? These are the things that we are going to stick with, and let's stick with it. Let's stop. This one is doing this one. Let's change it. This one is doing that one. Let's change it. What works for you is what you should do. Yes.
But what's in the case of, just briefly, in the case of the woman is any more than the man? What of in that case,
So there are many cases like that, Tolu, where the wife earns more than the husband, right? It's all about how both people handle the situation. It can either go very bad, depending on how they handle the situation, or it can be smooth sailing.
Yes.
So it depends on how they handle it. If the woman is the kind of person that will hold it over her husband's head, that I earn more than you, maybe that's pride, obviously. So things are not going to go well in that marriage. There'll be a lot of tension. But there are many women who make a whole lot more than their husbands. And we will never know unless they say it.
Wow.
Because of how they manage themselves. Because of how they handle it, because of the honor she still gives to her husband.
True.
And because of the love and also honor and respect the husband also gives to the wife. So unless she says, I'm actually earning more, or the husband says, my wife earns more, we will never know. So it depends on how the people in the marriage handle such situations. Do you understand? Just like if a woman is older than her husband, a lot of times I get that kind of question. Many times you see that I've seen couples where the wife is older than her husband, and I did not know until they said it.
Wow.
I did not know until they said it, right? Because of how they were comporting themselves, how they relate with each other, I would never have known. But then there are wives who would announce it everywhere, that she's older than the husband, or tell him, I'm not your mate, when there are certain things going on. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
so I feel as if the person is all about the person.
Yes.
How do you navigate it? And a person that does not pay attention to what is going on. Because if you sit, I'm not on X, but if you sit on all these social media platforms, if you are not somebody that's grounded, and you just flow anyway.
And then it starts indoctrinating.
Yes, you start taking what others are saying.
Yeah. Oh, wow, mommy, we're wrapping up. But I still have so many things to say, but maybe some other time. But okay, let me go to. You said I wanted to touch on in the book. I saw where your man was owing £20,000.
Yes,
that's ridiculous. But how were they able to manage it eventually?
So obviously they had to put up a payment plan where they were just going to be paying.
The wife stayed in the marriage.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. So they were just going to put up a payment plan where they were just going to be paying little by little here and there. But I think the point there was that you shouldn't be secretive. If I remember, you shouldn't be secretive. So there are some things that maybe one has done, some steps one has taken that may not be the best and have, some dire consequences. Being open about it, and then having someone who is understanding and is willing to accept and willing to work with you through that process.
Yes.
That's a blessing.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, so that was the essence of that.
That
So
chapter, yes.
they were able to kind of decide how they were going to pay and work together and just kind of navigate it. Someone else would not be interested in being in it anymore. Yes.
So it's not, you shouldn't keep certain things secret. It
Yes.
should be mutual.
Yes, I often say
Yes.
that if there's anything that if it comes out in the marriage, it can damage the marriage,
Yes.
it should be said
Yes.
before marriage.
Before marriage. Yes.
It should be said before marriage. Don't carry certain. I mean, there are some mistakes you make here and there may not have certain dire consequences, but there are some that can break a marriage, that have broken many marriages, in fact. You shouldn't carry it into marriage. You shouldn't say, oh, if he knows he won't want to marry me again. You cannot take that choice away from him or her. It's unfair.
It's true. Okay, Mom, before I give you your flowers, this is my your own one-on-one counseling as mother to son. Okay. Give an advice to, okay, you want to get married. What are the things you should look out for in a woman?
Okay. Of course, I would say someone that's born again.
Yeah,
I want a
standard.
standard. But beyond being born again, that's the foundation, right? You also have to look for someone that's actually walking in the fruit of the Spirit. You know, there are people that are born again but have not yet gotten to that point. There are people that are born again that the fruit of the Spirit is not yet showing in them. So definitely looking out for someone like that. Looking for someone that's mature, right? And maturity is not just about age. Maturity is about how you handle your emotions. Someone that cannot manage their emotions is not mature, right? You watch how they relate with people.
Yeah.
That tells the maturity of a person. And then also watch how they handle responsibility. There are some people that are very young and have weighty responsibilities on them, right? How do they handle it? It shows their level of maturity. There are some that can be irresponsible with great responsibilities. So that shows you that person is not mature.
Yes.
So how is that person's maturity level? Also someone that you understand their calling and you accept it.
Very important.
Not just understand their calling, but you accept it. You find yourself being able to support them, find yourself being able to help them in their assignment, whatever it is. It's not just ministry. Anywhere they believe God has called them to be, understanding exactly what they want to do, understanding, how they intend to get there, and understanding how you can help them.
Yes.
Very, very important. And of course, also paying attention to their family, understand the family, right? Family dynamics is very important too. Family dynamics is very important. In-laws are a major.
That's why I touched this, because a lot of in-laws are now, you want to marry our daughter.
Yes. So just understanding the family that the person is coming from.
Yes.
You're not necessarily using the family because some people, when they see the family, they say, I can never marry this kind of person. I don't think it necessarily should be that way, but you just have an understanding of who you are joining your life and destiny to.
Yes.
So I think those are just some
areas.
Yes.
Just that'll be fine. Born again, they must be mature, accept my calling, understand family dynamics.
Just pay attention to such things, and then just make sure that you agree, your values align. Very important.
Yes,
your values align.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay, so Mom, let me give you your flowers, even literally.
Okay. Hey!
Yes. So this is for you.
Oh, thank you.
I have things to say about it. Okay, so the very first time I met you was through the documentary we did. Yes, for Papa.
Man and the Mandate.
Yes, the Man and the Mandate. And it was amazing because I almost was not on that production, but somehow I found my way there. And then from that point, you picked special interest in me. You were always communicating and all of that. You even followed me on Instagram. I said, wow, interested. And then we've been coming out since 2021. Yes, thereabouts. And something happened actually, because there was a particular time I was in school and then I was broke. I was very hungry. It was such a bad day. And then all of a sudden I just hear Mommy Shola Koka, who is in the studio, say Mama K wants to see all of you in Cook Read. I said, wow, hey. And I was just like, okay. So I struggled. I walked to Cook Read. And then after everything, he then appreciated us, called us to one side and gave us an envelope. You don't understand what you did for me that day, or what that did for me that day, because I didn't have any hope at the time, And I remember, because that was on Wednesday, I went to the chapel and I went to go and drop tithes. I said, God, thank you for these gifts. And because I'm in a media and entertainment space, and somebody appreciating my gift
Mm.
was a huge blessing to me. And Pastor David even prayed for us that day too.
Yeah.
And then he spoke about following passion and fulfillment. And then you must live a life that at the end of the day, you know that you lived a fulfilled life. And I was really blessed. And ever since then, we've been communicating. Then the one that made my reps go from here to here was when, coincidentally, I was in the guest house. I came to do clearance for after graduating, and then I was coming out. You were at the gym that morning, so as usual. So then I met you, like, oh, Tolu, how are you? I said fine. And then he said, oh, I want you to come MC Pastor David's birthday. I said, eh? In my head, I said, okay, will you be available? You even told me. I said, no problem, I'll do it. And then the week 2, you followed up with me and said, oh, for my reputation went for like this.
Oh, wow.
Scaled through high. My parents, everybody was so excited. You know, and that was easy. He even has one of the highest views on my YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just a highlight of
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So, mommy, I just wanted to say a big thank you for the love, for the care, for the time.
God.
You know, I was even thinking about guests, and randomly God just told me invite Dr. Kemi. Immediately I texted you, like a few moments later, you replied and said, wow, you know, and then you even created time out of your very busy schedule. I'm very grateful to you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for being selfless. I see you at Shiloh and I'm always worried. Because
Why are you worried?
this is Shiloh period. So
Yes.
I'm always worried. I'm like, because it's a lot.
Yes.
Pastor David is doing a lot during
Yes.
Shiloh. And I always see your post after when you celebrate him and
Yes,
say,
yes.
I want to celebrate this man.
Yes.
I love that. So, mommy, God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you for what you do. I have another gift.
Amen. Oh, okay.
So it's a frame.
Okay.
Okay, how will I open this? It's my favorite picture of you.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me see this favorite picture. Oh.
And then it has, because this is very similar.
Yes.
But I don't know what you were putting on here. But it looks like your hair, your signature hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, ma. So I thought this would be a good. And I had to look for this picture on your page.
Wow.
So when I saw it, I just kept it and said, "This will be for you."
Oh, thank you.
Yes, ma. Mom, thank you so much for coming. Thank you
for having me.
Yes, ma. Thank you for the love. I hope to have a part 2 because I actually wanted to enter sex education, but not today.
Oh, okay.
And,
okay. Yes, we can plan another time.
Yes,
yeah.
ma. Thank you so much, ma.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys were blessed. And I'm sure you guys learned so much from this episode. For clarity, I would ask that you go back, watch, rewatch. And if you want to ask questions, you can send her an email. You can also text her on Instagram. She might reply. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing time. Thank you so much, Dr. Kemi Oyedepo, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Remember to please subscribe, share with someone that's about to get married, share with a friend and family, and it will really bless them. My name is Tola Filaka, and that's my time.